So, Rick Pitino and Tom Jurich out at Louisville. Yeah, why are you refusing to fire Rick Pitino when you can fire a coach and you can look better for finally fucking doing your fucking job? This is very perplexing, I feel like, from the AD side. Not really from Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino deserves to be fired. He did help I heard he was helping some kids with money and escort, and it got really messy down there. Just unexpectedly too messy. And I just feel like, I don't know, Louisville, they had a lot of scandals even before this. They had a lot of, Adidas, and they were just they were just giving money away and just doing all this crazy stuff. Like, no, man, just play basketball. Like, Rick Pitino, obviously, some people get caught for these scandals, some people don't. I know North Carolina got caught for, easy scheduling in their college or something, but this is really disappointing, man. I like Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino is a solid coach in college basketball. He did win a championship, if you don't remember, too soon ago with not too soon ago with that team with Russ Smith. You know how they barely beat Wichita and then they went and won. I don't know if that's gonna get revoked. They could, honestly, but I don't think the NCAA is gonna go that far. But I don't understand, man. Like, it's just like they had an FBI come to their team because Rick Pitino would not accept responsibility for what he did. Why not? You did it. And it's just like, why? And also in 2009, Rick Pitino was part of a extortion battle with the woman he admitted to having sex with in 2003 and paid her to have an abortion. He's a great coach, but I don't understand why these great coaches do stuff like Bobby Pitino. That's why he got canned at Arkansas, because he got in a car crash, and then they found out he was having an affair, and it was just like Jurich was like, should have fired Rick Pitino when, like, that's one, right? But that's like his personal. This one affected everybody, like affected the people, affected the whole team, and I don't understand why, like, you have to set up. See, I'm extremely frustrated with this, okay? I am, okay? Because, personally, I just feel like why would you do this to kids? Right? Don't do this to kids. Like, it's just... This is frustrating, man. Because if you really, really want to sit up here and you want to talk about this, we could talk about this for hours on end. Because, yes, it extremely, extremely does tick me off. You don't want to know why? Because these are kids' lives he's fucking with. He's not just fucking with his wife or somebody else he has an affair with. He's fucking with young kids. Like, you have to when you're a coach and you're trying to teach young kids things, you're supposed to be the example that they look up to. So don't be a freaking scumbag and be a bad... Because you know what? He is a scumbag. Okay? He's ruining people's lives. Anybody who ruins anybody's life is a scumbag. Okay? Whether it be a bully or your not... Okay, if your parents, maybe they're an exception. Maybe they're, being a little overprotective, But you know how parents are. But he's fucking with kids' lives. And people aren't seeing... See, this affects the people, I think, in Louisville the most. Because... Now what are they gonna do? They lost a coach, AD. They lost a bunch of scholarships. They lost a lot of sanctions on them. The coach is gone. Their AD is gone, and now they have to try to re-scramble and put the program back together. Rick Pitino was such a solid coach. They've tried to put all of that back together. Now Rick Pitino has cost himself a job. Nobody in the NBA is gonna hire him. I mean, there are people in the NBA who've done more scandals, I feel like. But I just don't think Rick Pitino, with his character and the way he fucked up kids' lives, is really going to be like, oh, hey, let's go, help them. I mean, see, this is just, I don't know. Because you help them to a certain point, and then you realize, like, what am I going to do, right? See, I just feel like, I feel like the point here has to be like, when you're young, yeah, you do make mistakes. But I just feel like Rick Pitino he's just not thinking properly. Like, I don't understand why, with all this money and with everything you get in the world, you're still a bad person. Like, I get it, right? Because it's like, oh, I want more of this, more of that. Fine, okay, fine. But don't fuck with the kids, man. The kids have a future. The kids need to do something with their lives. Don't fuck with them. Like, they... See, because... It's just... See, it's not that I can't find the wording. It's just, this frustrates me so much. Because you're kind of ruining their future. And he won't even care about this later on, because he won't... Like, this won't affect him at all, because he's just gonna take his money and go. He already made enough money to the point where he doesn't need more money from the university. He could, like, imagine he signed a contract. He could... I don't know, man. Like, the world frustrates me. Because there are a lot of people who do good things that get thrown in the desert and thrown in the freaking abyss. And then there are people who do things like this, where people are like, oh, wow, keep him in as a coach. Keep him in, like... Man, like... I don't... This is just... Like, I see, like, maybe he was trying to get more, like, recruits. He was trying to rig the system. He was like, hey, let me, try to break the system so I can fucking do this, right? But... Just not the way you do things, And I don't think he like, But it's just... See, the only reason I would think that this is like... See, I feel like maybe he thought it was okay from his perspective, because he was like, oh, I'm getting good players. And, I'm helping them pay for college, helping this, helping that. But here's the problem. You're kind of not doing it in a fair way, so you're kind of fucking it up for everybody else, because now they don't get the recruit. Okay, so here's the thing. Young people, strippers, they would have loved that, okay? Like he's baiting them, and then he's ruining their lives as well. So now when all those people's names comes out, like, they're screwed, right? No more college basketball. They're done. They're revoked. Their scholarship comes out, and it's just whatever. I can't. Like, I don't want to talk. This is frustrating me. I don't. Whatever.